Fernando Mendoza's first start in an NFL preseason game, it definitely was promising. I mean, the first overall pick, you rarely see a guy who was a first overall pick sit behind a veteran like Kirk Cousins. They just kind of roll out the red carpet. Hey, just whatever you could do. It's your rookie year. We're not expecting much. And I love the fact that Clint Kubiak is being patient with this. This is a really interesting situation to me. And I think he played really well. He already looks kind of different than what we saw at Indiana. A lot of different things, lining up under center. And he did a really good job managing the middle of the field. 10 of 16, 97 yards, a lone touchdown. And I will say, to start the preseason, he looked a little bit sporadic, just kind of like not comfortable in the pocket. Just like the first snap of the game, he threw the ball out of bounds. And I don't hate the throwaway at all, but it was kind of like 3-4 seconds into the play. The offensive line was holding up. It was really interesting to me how he just kind of was not using his legs for how much he used his legs at college. And again, he definitely settled into the game. He did a great job. Cousins leading that opening drive. But to me, I mean, Mendoza was able to execute. I mean, obviously nobody's going to be perfect, but when you look at what he did, the third downs that he converted, what he was able to do was definitely, I don't want to say surprising because he is a first overall pick, but again, for the transition of what he did at Indiana to now a completely different Clint Kubiak offense on the Raiders, I'm definitely excited for the future of this team. So a nice start for sure. He looked like a pro, but a little sporadic moments, like I mentioned. I just feel like after he went to his first read, it looked like he didn't have much there. There were multiple times where he was kind of reading the defense, and yeah, I mean, he manipulated a defender with his eyes and threw it over the middle perfect. But if he doesn't have his first read there, I question if he's going to get too hyper-fixated on one target. And then, okay, that's what I said. He's hanging on to the ball for too long to make a point. And that's just what I'm seeing. And again, he is with technical second team starters. So I'm not going to make a big song and dance about it. It's his first start, right? But to overly evaluate him through the whole game of how he played really well. There were a couple of throws, like I said, he hung on to the ball for too long. It felt a little rushed. If the first read's not there, I'm a little worried if he's just a first read quarterback. I don't think that's the case, but that is what I have to note from his start. Again, only 6 incompletions. Under pressure, he did look a little just not comfortable at all. And I don't think anybody would be, comfortable under pressure in terms of making throws of that caliber. But to be at the NFL level and have this kind of start, again, I know it's the second team defense for the Cardinals, but just to look at how he played, it was a good game for sure. And again, I mean, what are we expecting for Fernando Mendoza? Is he going to play at some point during the season? That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure as to what we will expect for the 2026 season. I don't think they will just force him out there, which I do like. And if he does learn a lot from this season, next season we could see something similar where Sam Darnold did an amazing job in the Clint Kubiak offense. You have a similar guy who is technically a pocket passer, but he has the ability to use his legs. He has the ability to scramble, to buy extra time. And that was one thing I will mention, that buying extra time, like there's a time and a moment to buy extra time, but there's also a reason to throw it away. Like, I'm fine with if you give a guy a chance, but don't take negative yards by running out of bounds. So just, self-awareness of where you are in the field, using your legs to a certain degree. But again, I'm not going to bash him. I mean, it's really just a little, nitpicky things to just work on over the course of this preseason and as well as this season. If we're not expecting him to start, which, again, I don't think he's personally ready yet. Again, this is second team defense, but I like the fact that he was able to start. I like the fact that he was able to do a great, few drives. He put a good few drives together. I think the only thing he really didn't convert was that 3rd and 5 near the goal line in the second half. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good start overall for Mendoza. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point, but I'm excited for the future of what he's got to do, and this is going to be a good season for the Raiders. Just as a reset, right? You have a bunch of defensive players who played, which I'm really happy with how Clint Kubiak was able to just have a lot of these players. Like Quay Walker, you got Nakobe Dean from the Eagles. This is going to be a different team. This is going to change a lot of the culture. So I'm excited for the future of the Raiders. I don't think this season's going to be anything special. Maybe a 5-6 win team. They're going to be better than expected. especially offensively, if Kirk Cousins can lead drives like that. I don't know. Maybe he's in a better system this year than he was in Atlanta like the last few seasons. Maybe we see vintage Kirk Cousins lead the Raiders to the playoffs and they were second in the division. I would be really shocked if that was the case. But for me, overall, we're talking about Mendoza. Great first start. Couple things just to work on. I mean, he's good. He's great under pressure, but he still looks a little bit skittish and not comfortable and just a little bit too panicky with the football is my personal opinion. But Fernando Mendoza, great start overall. Love to see more of the season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.